I'm Larry Ridley. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. We're across the pond in England this week, and two teams are hoping to show off for an international audience. It's the Giants going up against the Rams. With that, let's welcome in our fine broadcast team. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Larry, thank you very much. We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Coming up, another edition of the NFL International Series, and it should be a good one, between the New York Giants and the Los Angeles Rams. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. So the D-line's going to spread out. Goff now looking to throw. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him? Either fellow receivers or offensive linemen. That makes that play a really nice timing play. And sometimes it can break big.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
I'm still astounded by the recovery of Todd Gurley from the knee injury at Georgia, the offensive rookie of the year in his first season.
Yeah, over 1,100 yards, and now they drafted the rookie Jared Goff. Kind of see him as their future, but so much of the focus has to be on Gurley this year, doesn't it?
And the future becomes now if Todd Gurley keeps running the football the way that we've seen him run it in the past, because that will make it easier to break in a rookie quarterback.
And this O-line, it is the lifeblood of the offense.
They establish the tone. Mean, nasty, physical. They can't wait to get after people. That allows the rest of the offense to feel confident.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down. And quickly, the starting 11 now for the New York defense.
Jason Pierre-Paul, so good to see him back on the field, resuming his place as one of the elite pass rushers in the league.
Defense thinking pass. They've got the nickel set out on 3rd and 6. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And the broken tackle helps lead to a first down gain. So there you go, holding by the offense, and that'll push him back.
Changes everything now as you try and figure out what your playbook has for you. Longer yardage situations, tougher to execute and pick up first downs.
So a costly penalty and now a tougher third down situation. 3rd and long. It's gone. Looking for Brett, intercepted. It's the first-round pick, Eli Apple with it. Oh, shifty. Whoa. So why do you go out and spend a first-round pick on a defensive back? Plays like that. The rookie gets his first interception.
Exactly right, and you're trying to limit the number of plays an offense runs. You're trying to limit the number of possessions they have. And he was a guy that I targeted coming out of college and rated very highly for his playmaking skills on defense.
And now he has his first career interception. The New York Giants offensively, their starters, and one guy out wide to take a look at, Sterling Shepard.
A really mature man in every way coming out of Oklahoma. Personally and professionally. You can play him out wide, play him in the slot. He can return punts for you. He's a dynamic playmaker.
On second down, Perkins. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18. The starters on defense here for Los Angeles.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
Let's see if they can convert here on 3rd and 3. Play action. Manning. And Adams has it, complete. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line.
I feel like Eli Manning has just gone from downfield bomber to a guy who can complete everything.
He can hit him underneath now, can't he?
Yeah, we just saw that there with that pass completion. The maturity of a veteran taken with a defensive given.
Throwing is Manning. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Manning to throw on second down. And his throw is incomplete. He was looking for Odell Beckham that time. And that takes us from second to third down.
All defenders get tired of hearing about their lack of hands and why they're playing defense instead of offense. But in this situation, it was the hands that made the play. Batting the ball away on an attempted touchdown pass. Excellent job. Way to knock it down.
Manning now on third and goal. A dump off to Vereen. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Shane Vereen, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded at the 2. Then he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going. Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. He won't go down. And all the way down to the 37. A big play there for L.A. And even 40 yards. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On first down, it's Gurley. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. And the wideout in motion. So the fumble recovery, and now Manning. Hits his target, the tight end, Will Tye. A gain of 6 there on first. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2. They've got it 2nd and 4 to start things out. On second down, here's Manning. Over the middle to Beckham. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Manning looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Now they go screen. It's complete. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Here's Brad Wing now to punt it away on 4th down. Deep for the Rams, Tavon Austin. Here's Austin. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance. And to come away with nothing, Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Partner, we're into the second quarter, and I guess you can kind of look at it both ways. The offense, they've got to figure out what they're going to do because they haven't scored any points. But if you're the defense, you're feeling great about what you got going on. The only concern you have, if you get to the half, what adjustments will the offense make to try to defend you? It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
And the offense looks to pick up the first here on third after that incompletion.
Here we go now. Detroit!
Throwing on third. Gone. He finds his man. It's Austin. And a nice gain at 21 yards. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you.
And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And it's up and good. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And New York set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
They go play action here on blitz coming, and down he goes. LaMarcus Joyner in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't?
And now the Rams are going to halt things as they want a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They come out here in the eye. Manning going to give it to Perkins. And he roams across the 20 to the 24-yard line. Able to pick up a healthy chunk of yards, 7-yard gain, but a tough 3rd and 9 upcoming.
And once again, leverage wins. The offensive line, lower than the defensive front. They moved them and found some good space for the guy carrying the ball.
Throwing is Manning on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by T.J. McDonald. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. After the interception, here's Gall. Austin's got it left side. A nice gain at 21 yards.
When you call a wide receiver screen, no matter how many blockers you get in front of the guy that catches the ball, there's still an aspect of the guy catching it, turning into a runner, breaking tackles, and creating his own yardage, and he just did on that play.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage back at the 17. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Gone. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
And there's a good opportunity that just went awry there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
3rd and long. It's gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. So on 4th down, Goff will yield to Greg Zuerlein for the field goal try. This will be a 34-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So the drive stalls out, but they are able to put 3 points on the board.
Yeah, just a yard or two shorter than an extra point, so no problems converting there.
And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And New York set to take the field. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it a second down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. To throw on second down is gone. No, he almost had it. Already with 1 interception, just missing his second there.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've got him a little bit rattled. That would have been the second interception in the first half.
From the gun on third down. Gone. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Well, the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And that is no good. He gave it a good run. That wasn't more than a foot or so wide to the left. And this score will stay right where it is. And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look nowhere to escape, and he goes down. William Hayes in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
They come up in an empty set. 4 wide receivers, 1 tight end. To throw is Manning. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Everything looked right on that play except the conclusion. He dropped it. An in route, going into a little bit of traffic. Maybe in the back of his mind, he was wondering where the hit was going to come from.
On play action, it's Manning. And that is incomplete. 16 seconds now on the clock.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Now Austin. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and possession will change here with very little time remaining until halftime. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may...
And actually, Larry, hold that thought. We're right back to the action. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess that in the locker room, they talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. So now 11 yards to go for this offensive unit. It's second down. Another carry for the rookie Perkins. And he'll power his way up near the 25. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
From the gun on 3rd down, Manning. Caught left side, it's Beckham. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down.
I think the training and practice broke down on that play because he simply didn't run the route deep enough to get to the 1st down marker, despite what was a really nice catch and toe tap on the sideline.
That's 3rd. Down 101. You got to go to the marker, know where it is. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll run. It's Perkins. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the 1st. Call it a gain of 3. And on 4th down, they're able to convert and move the sticks. And a new set of downs here after picking up the 1st on the ground. Manning now on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. A great read, and it's picked off. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their 1st possession of the 2nd half. Time to establish the run game here. Gurley. And he'll cut it to the left sideline. A big pick up there on the run. 34 yards. And a nice little broken tackle run there by Todd Gurley, the 10th pick in the 2015 draft.
And that's what you get with him, that full package of speed, power, able to catch the ball in the backfield. Many people doubted him coming out because of the knee injury in college. They're seeing the full Todd Gurley now, and it hurts.
And here we go on 1st and goal. On 1st and goal, Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
Jason Pierre-Paul first burst on the scene for me, headed towards his draft year. You know what I saw him doing? Like 15, 16 backflips in a row on a YouTube video.
Athlete.
Absolute athlete. And he uses that agility to slip past guys and make plays in the backfield.
That draft year 2010, 15th overall pick. They've gotten it to the 1. Can they get that final yard here on 3rd and goal? And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. No gain on the play. And what to do now on 4th and goal?
Now, this feels like old-school football because this has turned into a good old-fashioned goal line stand. So on offense, what do you do now? Do you decide to run it or throw it if you go for it on 4th down?
They're running with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Gurley unable to punch it in on 4th and goal. And this Giants defense able to come up with a goal line stand. The New York set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Back near the goal line. Here's Manning. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. Thought he may have gotten away with one there, but the ref caught him, and it's holding. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, they go to Perkins. And he'll find some room to get this up to about the 14. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
And that's exactly what you want on a 1st down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
Play action. Manning. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw, and he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Brad Wing now as he's on to punt for New York.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
He'll take it at the 42. Welcome back now here in London. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
The one running back is Gurley. They're going to give it to him running right. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. A handoff as they run the counter play. And some room to maneuver. Cuts it out to the touchdown, L.A. Todd Gurley with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Rams add on to their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. The bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
And New York set to take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, there's something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Surveying the field. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So they took a shot on 1st down, but couldn't connect.
Well, I guess we just discovered that someone is certainly not going to sit back and just take it in this game, huh?
No, they were trying to get that touchdown back in one shot.
One shot, trying to help out his defense and let the other team know they were coming after him.
They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Manning toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. 1st down and 10 now for the offensive group.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in.
And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Now Manning throwing on second down. Over the middle, that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's brought down after a good gain. A good pickup there of 20 yards. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. From midfield, here's Manning. It's hauled in by Shepard. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables, otherwise they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
Again, they'll throw with Manning. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Third down is the down. Both sides know they absolutely have to win. And the name of the game for the defense is pressure on the quarterback. But pressure on the quarterback with contact, that's how you end up winning it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. And that is incomplete. The Giants go on fourth but come up empty. And the Rams are going to take possession of the turnover on downs. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. Second down following the run. They'll come out in the pistol. Again, they run with Gurley. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs. Gurley having a big day, and they're winning. That's a big reason why. 2012, his freshman year at Georgia, first game he was a backup. He came off the bench, 100 yards rushing, 2 touchdowns, 100-yard kick return. He started every game in his career since.
And he should have, because he is one of the most dynamic forces to enter the NFL, the running back position, in many years. And I think he's only going to keep getting better.
Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. Second down and a little ways to go here. 2nd and 13. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. Now on second down, this is Gurley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. They'll get 4 on second down, but it leaves them with 3rd and still 9 to go. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down. The one running back is Gurley, and he'll get it up the middle. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll bring up 4th down.
We always like to talk about defense in terms of levels. First level defensive line, second level linebackers, third level defensive backs. On that run, that was what we call a first level run, and it was stopped by a second level player.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. And here comes the Giants offense back out onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there. I like the boldness, and I like that they took a shot downfield, but it was well covered. He was able to get a hand in and knock it away.
Manning to throw. Caught left side. It's Beckham. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Back to throw. Manning. Flushed out right. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. A great read, and it's picked off. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They're in a good spot. 2-possession game, barely, but a 2-possession game here late. Now they just have to put this game on ice.
Let's face it, right now, they're talking about ball security, taking care of it, not allowing anything crazy to happen, because we've seen nutty things happen down the stretch, but they also have the security of the scoreboard. With that type of a lead, even if something goes haywire, they're still in good shape. That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, held them to a gain of 2, and that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Oh, no, he lost the football. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And New York set to take the field. What do you do here down like this in this situation? Do you maybe just pick something out of the playbook you haven't called in a while, or you call it a day?
You can do that, or you pick something that's a staple for you and should work better, and try and execute that on the way out the door and maybe get back to base and feel a little bit better as you end a ball game that's been a frustrating one for you.
Yeah, we'll see if they go back to base. Now a desperation throw deep downfield, and it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Well, they went for the big play there, but that drop could really hurt their momentum.
They come out here in the eye. Now Manning, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it, or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. Now a first carry here for Shane Vereen. And his first carry, he loses the football.